During the winter, Gogebic Taconite conducted another 14 exploration borings.
Okay.
And they also did bulk sampling at 3 different sites. And the bulk sampling was to obtain rock to haul away for physical tests, to run through a pilot crusher to get processing times for the design of their processing mill at the mine. They do the exploration borings to characterize the ore body and the overburden, what would become waste rock, the rock that wouldn't be ore. And they completed their 14 borings sometime in February. And they do think they may do some more exploration drilling. However, they haven't applied for a license to do further exploration drilling.
The 420 days begins when we receive a complete permit application. So it hasn't started. We haven't received a mining permit application.
And did you say earlier in the show you expect that permit app within a year, sir? I realize it's
we don't. Again, it's up to them when they submit it. Internally at DNR, we think a year would be the soonest.
The soonest.
The company, though, again, they can collect data and show that they've collected enough data and characterized the environment adequately so that they could do it sooner. But there's just an awful lot of work that has to be done in order for it to happen much less than a year.
Besides having the bulk sampling occurring and the exploration borings, they were also installing or preparing to install some 5 deep monitoring wells, and they installed 8 shallow monitoring wells. So we had someone on site most days of the bulk sampling for sure. And we also did surveillance inspections of the exploration borings and some of the well construction also. And we have a field person out of the Rhinelander office who was on site very frequently. A lot of the site is now closed to public access.
Does that mean it's fenced or will be fenced when the snow melts, or
no,
signs?
I don't think they plan to fence it. What they've done is they've marked the trees with paint and they've put up signs saying what areas are off limits. So it's most of the mining site at this point.
Okay.
Off limits to the public.
Okay.
Under the iron mining law, the next requirement for a hearing is when we have our draft permits and the environmental impact statement ready to be released. So it's near the end of the process.
Near the end of the process.
So, I mean, that's the next formal requirement.
Yes.
I think it's our intent to hold periodic update meetings. They're not necessarily going to be hearings, but we'll be trying to schedule meetings where we can go out and update people. In addition to that, there may be a scoping, what's called a scoping hearing related to the EIS. So when we receive the company's environmental impact report, we may have a scoping, again, what's called a scoping meeting or hearing. And that hearing or meeting may be held jointly with the Corps of Engineers. The purpose of the hearing or meeting is to get a sense of what the issues are and really what the scope of the project is, and identify the issues that need to be considered in an environmental impact statement. And that is one aspect of the review process that the Corps said they would like to work with us on. Mm-hmm. So I think that's our intent to try to do that.